And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Yoakley with you in the Canfield Cardinals show, brought to you by our friends at Coca's Pizza. And we are joined at this time by, well, I got to make sure it's right, tight end and safety, Mr. Cade Henry. Cade, how are you, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, let's turn you up so people can hear you. You're good? All right, so not the ideal start to your year when you guys look at, what you've been through. What have you learned? It's easier to learn lessons in losses, obviously, than wins, because wins you can just kind of glaze things over. What lesson have you personally learned, and what have you learned from a team aspect?
One of the important things I've learned through the losses is you have to keep working even when times start to get rough and you just can't seem to win a game sometimes. You just got to keep working, keep bringing that same energy every week, and just make sure no matter how hard it seems at times, you just got to keep going forward, keep pushing forward.
This is a team that is based around accountability. We talk about brotherhood every single week. I mean, when you hear someone say you have to be accountable, what does that mean to you?
You're responsible for what you do. So if you have to make sure you do your job every play. If every person does their job every play, ideally it should all work out perfectly. But being accountable means that you can be counted on to do your job every single play.
When you're looking at film, I mean, are you looking specifically at what you're doing? Are you looking at what everybody's doing, certain people? Are you looking at defense? What do you look at when you study film?
I typically, not necessarily me specifically, but my
Sure.
position and the positions around it to see what the position might have done wrong or what they did good and how I can improve based on what my position did.
Fair enough. And same thing on defense?
Yeah, both sides of the ball.
Very cool. Do you have a preference? Offense, defense, special teams?
I probably prefer defense.
I knew it. He wants to hit somebody, guaranteed, right?
Yeah,
It's
always fun.
As a safety, you can't not want to hit somebody, right?
Yeah, it's fun coming downhill and just.
You're last line defense.
Yeah.
All safeties have an idol. Who's your idol that's played safety?
Tough one.
Who's the best safety you've ever seen?
Best safety I've ever seen. I think the best one I've ever seen, probably Ed Reed.
Yeah, man, everybody says Ed Reed.
It's either Ed Reed or Troy Polamalu.
There it is. That's what I was looking for.
Which hurts because I'm a Browns fan, so I've had to watch both of them against my team.
Ed Reed was on the Baltimore Ravens. They stole your team,
yeah,
dude. You weren't even alive yet.
I know. It still hurts, but
what do you like about Ed Reed?
Just his sense for the ball, and he always seems to know exactly where the ball is going to be, and he's always in the right position, making good plays, and he's a big hitter.
Is that something that you can train yourself to be? I mean, he was a ball hawk, right? When they talk about that stuff, that's what they talk about. He's the ball hawk. So when you're on the field, when you're can you train yourself to be Ed Reed? Like just in obviously nobody's Ed Reed, but can you like do the phases of it?
One of the important things for trying to be in the right spot at the right time is if it's a run play, you need to know where the running back's going. But if it's a pass play, you got to read where the quarterback's going, because typically he's going to look at least at this level, the quarterback will typically look where they're going to be throwing, and usually they'll only look at one side of the ball.
Yeah.
So if you can read the quarterback and see where they're going, you can usually start to predict where they're going to throw the ball based on where their eyes are.
All right, tight end. We got to talk about offense a little bit. I mean, are you a blocker? Are you a receiver? I mean, I think every tight end thinks that they're like Gronkowski or Kelsey. So, who would you compare yourself to and from the offensive side of the ball?
I've never thought about that one.
We're digging deep here on the Canfield Cardinal show.
Probably more of a receiving tight end. I mean, I started my sophomore year as a receiver, switched midway through the year to tight end, and I've been tight end since then. So, but I can block decent. So
you feel a little comfort being next to the big fellas on the inside. That's nice, right? To have a little
comfortable
help.
No, you're not. Usually, you're not on your own.
Let's talk about. I mean, you're a senior, couple months. I mean, a little more than a couple months, but a few months. You're going to be getting a piece of paper that says that you did everything right. And now you get to go on with the rest of your life. What do you want to do?
I'm going to go to college. I'm looking at either electrical or computer engineering at the moment.
Wow. What draws you to that?
I really enjoy problem solving. I enjoy computers, that kind of stuff. And that field just really interests me, all the possibilities in it.
So I'm going to guess you're a gamer.
Kind of. Not as much as you probably expect. But...
No kidding. So what do you do in your free time?
I'll do that. I'll listen to music. Often football when it's in season.
Right.
Homework, obviously.
Any other sports?
No, only football.
Just football. So when everybody else is playing, right? You got your winter and your spring. What are you going to be focused on? Just enjoying your senior year?
Yeah, that's probably what's gonna be. It hasn't really hit me yet. Once the season's over, I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna do because even once football season's over, you have that month off, then you're right back into lifting and stuff. But I mean, I don't have that anymore. I don't know
No.
exactly what I'm gonna do.
I mean, so if you were able to fill your time with anything, if there's something that you could be really good at if you tried, what would it be? Would you want to learn a language? Would you want to do you want to go make money? What do you want to do?
Um, that's a really tough one.
No pressure. Your parents aren't watching.
Can you repeat the question? Sorry.
Yeah, just what would you do in your free time if you could do anything at all?
If I could do anything.
Yeah, you had the skill set. You just had to go do it.
It's tough. I might want to my dad, who's a big role model for me, his job is with computers and stuff. So I think I'd try to help out more with him, see what he does every day, try and understand that a little better.
Great answer. All right, you led me into my next question. Your dad's your role model.
Both my parents are.
Okay,
both my parents.
Nice save, by the way. What is it about your parents that make them your role model?
They're just really hard workers. I mean, they both have a lot of things on their plate. They're involved in a lot of things, and it's really impressive to see how they can balance everything and find time for everything that they do. It's really impressive, and it's something that I wish I personally was a little better at. I'm not the greatest at time management.
What is that? Oh man, you're leading me right into my next question. Is there a thing or two about your parents that you'd like to be like take from them to clip into your life?
I'd like to take. I mean, this is for both of them because they both have a really good work ethic. Once they get down and working on something, they can pretty much bang it out. I mean, they're really good at getting that stuff done, time management, finding a way to fit in a bunch of different things into your schedule. I mean, I know our family's usually pretty busy because they're always doing a ton of stuff, and it really is a pretty cool thing.
Brothers, sisters?
I have one sister.
One sister, older, younger?
Older.
Okay, so you're the baby.
Oh
man, so is it better to be the oldest or the youngest?
I don't know. I mean, it really probably would depend on who you asks. I mean,
how about we ask Santa Claus? Is it better for you to be the is it better for you to be the baby or her be the oldest?
For Santa Claus, probably be the oldest, I think.
Okay. What's the best Christmas present you ever got?
Okay. This is a tough one.
Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with oil here.
There's a couple. Let's see. Back when I was, I think I would have been around 10, maybe a little younger. My grandparents got me the Lego Death Star. That was really cool.
Are you a Star Wars fan?
Star Wars, yep. Love Star Wars.
Okay. What is the best Star Wars?
Ooh, that's tough.
Well, you're not going to like the next question.
I think my favorite movie at the moment is probably Revenge of the Sith.
Okay. What is the worst Star Wars movie?
It's got to be one of the new ones.
Oh, man.
I don't have anything against the new ones. It's just when you compare them to the old ones, they just aren't nearly as good.
What about like the last one? I thought the last one was the best one ever.
I don't think the last one was better than the 7th and 8th. I think, in my opinion, the 8th was probably the worst. Because, I mean, it was, in my opinion, it was too similar to the 5th, which was The Empire Strikes Back.
Right.
My mind blanked.
That's okay.
So it's really similar to the 5th, but in my opinion, the 5th is just a little better. It's like it's almost trying to copy, but not quite as good. Yeah. Not necessarily copying. There are many different points, but
I was a huge fan of the last one. That's all I know.
Yeah, the last one was definitely good.
It was. I was ready to go. So okay, let's play a game here. You're on a desert island.
Ooh.
Okay, you can take one movie, one book, and one. I want to say CD, but we know they're not CDs anymore. You can take your phone and listen to music. What are you listening to? What are you watching? And what are you reading for the rest of your life?
It was a movie, right?
Movie, book, and song.
The movie would probably be Remember the Titans. Love that movie.
Great one. That's a good one.
It's one of my favorites.
You taking notes, Zach?
My favorite, book I would bring. I saw a bunch of this was asked to a bunch of movie like actors once. And I think the best answer out of all of them was How to Build a Raft.
To get off the island.
Yeah.
Well played, dude. That's a good one.
And then music. Ooh, that's a tough one. Like what are we looking for? One artist type of thing?
You can listen to one album for the rest of your life.
One album.
That's the only
Ooh.
thing you have.
Oh, that's tough.
And you can't do like Now This Is Music Volume 85. Can't do that.
Let's see. I have to think for this one. I'll go with the first album I ever fell in love with. It would be Night Visions by Imagine Dragons. It was my favorite album.
You're
when
a
I grew
Dragons
up.
fan? Dude, you're in. Anything you need forever for the rest of time. I'll let it go that you're a Browns fan, all right? Cade, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Good luck against Cheney. And we'll be
Thanks.
right back with another Canfield